right, Jim. A sellout crowd here in Foxborough to see two undefeated teams. It's the Colts and the New England Patriots. Hello, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. Today, we get a chance to see a great quarterback battle. Peyton Manning against Drew Bledsoe. The future against the present.
And Gus, it's amazing to me to think that after only 1 year, we're referring to Peyton Manning as an elite quarterback. And that's exactly what he is. He returns to the scene of probably his worst game as a rookie, throwing 3 interceptions last year versus the Patriots. On the other side of the ball, Drew Bledsoe, as good as there is in the game when he has time and when his receivers are healthy. We know his receivers are healthy. We'll find out if he has time today.
A big battle in the AFC East, Colts and Pats. CBS Sports proudly presents the National Football League. Live from Foxborough Stadium in New England, a big battle in the AFC East. The undefeated Indianapolis Colts, led by Peyton Manning, against the undefeated New England Patriots, led by that man, Drew Bledsoe. It's coming up after this. Spectacular day in New England. 75 degrees, sunny, and everybody's ready to see the Colts take on the Patriots. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones, and the Colts won the toss. They've elected to receive Adam Vinatieri kicking off for New England, and back deep for the Indianapolis Colts, Terrence Wilkins, number 80, and Jerome Pathan, he's number 86. Both these teams opening up the season with wins. New England beating the Jets on the road. Indianapolis throttling Buffalo at home. And this crowd is ready to go. Patriots Colts were underway from Foxborough. And this will be Wilkins. Breaks it outside with running room and taken down at the 21-yard line. Tackled by Kato Serwanga, a return of 21 yards. And here comes the young gun, Peyton Manning. Last week, look at the numbers. 21 of 33, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he threw 2 interceptions. And this young man keeps getting better and better, Brent, by the minute.
Gus, better and better is exactly right. We talked about it in the opening. He's already being considered an elite quarterback. This Colts team can be tough to sneak up on anybody.
So the Colts start first down and 10 from the 22-yard line. And they hand it off. Edgerrin James running, and he is stopped. First contact, Andy Katzenmoyer, the middle linebacker. Offensively for Indianapolis, let's take a look. Up front, Tarek Glenn is their anchor at left tackle. McKinney Moore, Waverly Jackson, and Adam Meadows. And the backs and receivers, Edgerrin James, rookie out of Miami, 112 yards rushing last week on 26 carries. Second down 8 from the 24. James, the lone setback. Dilger in motion. Here's the edge. Breaks it back. Nowhere to go. Helmet flying everywhere. Tackled by Brandon Mitchell, the left defensive end. Pete Carroll, the head coach of the New England Patriots, very pleased with his team's performance last week up in New York. And let's take a look at his defense. Brandon Mitchell, we just talked about him. Willie McGinnis last week, 2 sacks against the Jets. Katzenmoyer, a rookie at middle linebacker out of Ohio State. Law Israel on the corners. Malloy Carter, the safety. Third down 7 from the 25. Manning out of the shotgun. Over the middle, and it's caught.
Is complete.
E.G. Green with the reception, a gain of 9 yards, and the Colts pick up the first down.
Gus, big play by E.G. Green, tough catch, going over the middle, burst the blitz. The Patriots bought a corner off the side there, out of the slot, getting in Peyton Manning's face. E.G. Green taking a big shot, hanging onto the ball.
E.G. Green last week, 5 catches, 124 yards, second year out of Florida State. From the 34, play action. Manning sets up, goes down the field for Harrison, incomplete. Steve Israel standing on the play, and he breaks it up at the last moment.
And Gus, Marvin Harrison told us he likes running that post route, gave a nice look to the outside corner, came back in. Steve Israel coming across, though, getting up and making that play. Marvin Harrison had to play defense and break it up.
Steve Israel, 8th season out of Pittsburgh. Younger brother Reginald plays safety for Notre Dame. Last week, 6 tackles. Now Manning faced with a 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. Dilger in motion. Chris Slade follows him. Here's the handoff. James reverses. Nowhere to go. Brandon Mitchell, Chad Eaton with all kinds of pressure over that left side.
And it was going to be important for this Patriots defense to stop the running game of the Indianapolis Colts early, Gus. They talked to us about playing that safety in the 8-man position, bringing him up to the line, being aggressive, stopping Edgerrin James early. They don't want him to get into a groove, and then that all of a sudden the play-action game starts working. They want to make this Colts team one-dimensional, make Peyton Manning throw the ball 40 times during the game.
3rd down and 10 from the 34. Colts need to get to the 43.5 for a first down. Now they bunch up the left side. 3 receivers. Manning fires into the flats. Caught. Harrison goes down quickly. Steve Israel again.
Peyton Manning getting some pressure from Lawyer Malloy. The Patriots said they were going to give him some different looks. Move linebackers around on 3rd down. They thought Peyton Manning's seen a lot of looks, but he hasn't seen them all. Lawyer Malloy coming up from that safety position, getting a good hit on Peyton Manning early. Patriots bringing the heat against the young guy.
Hunter Smith, the rookie out of Notre Dame, stands at his own 20-yard line. Troy Brown back deep at the 19. Low, wobbly kick. Brown will get a chance from the 18-yard line. Breaks it back. Needs one block, doesn't get it, and gets up to the 25. Special teams tackle made by Tito Wooten. 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. But there is a flag on the play.
Tito Wooten. There is a flag down on the play.
Troy Brown, he was 1 block away. He was really upset when he got up because he knew if he had gotten just 1 more step outside, there was some clear lanes down the left sideline.
So let's see. Ball stands right now at the 24-yard line.
The flag is being picked up. There is no foul on the play.
Dick Hantak, your referee. No infraction, so Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots will start from their own 24. Welcome back to Foxborough. The series note, the Patriots lead the series, and they have won 6 straight, including their last meeting here at Foxborough, 29-6. As the defense forced 4 turnovers, 3 Peyton Manning interceptions. New England starts, 1st down 10. Here's Kevin Falk, bounces it outside, and the rookie from LSU over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Bernard Whittington with the tackle. Drew Bledsoe, I tell you, he's got one of the greatest arms in the NFL. Young, big, and strong. Last week, very impressive against the Jets, 21 of 30, 314 yards. And this is the kind of guy you really want in the pocket for you.
You do, and if he has time, if he sits back there and has time, hangs on versus that zone blitz, these wide receivers are going to make some big plays today against this Colts secondary.
2nd down and 7. Bledsoe hands it to the up back, nowhere to go. Ellis Johnson ran right through Tony Carter.
Number 62, Ellis Johnson.
Ellis Johnson here on the left part of your screen, number 62, just penetrates right now, and he was the guy for the Indianapolis Colts last year. Jim Moore told us they had an awful defense, but Ellis Johnson was the guy. Fake sacks last year, played strong run defense. He was the lone bright spot for this Indianapolis Colts defense.
3rd down and 7 from the 27-yard line. Pats need to get to the 34 for 1st down. 3 receivers set. There's Ben Coates in motion. And somebody on the right side moving early. Looks like number 66, Ed Ellis.
False start prior to the snap. Offense, number 66, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Offensively for New England, they've got some changes up front. Bruce Armstrong, the left tackle. Max Lane starts for Heath Irwin, who has a sprained knee. And Ed Ellis starts for Zephyrus Moss, who's out with a tender ankle. Backs and receivers, Kevin Falk, the rookie out of LSU, Carter, Terry Glenn, Sean Jefferson. Great game last week, and Ben Colts, the Pro Bowl tight end. Here's Bledsoe out of the gun, steps up, delivers, and it's caught. Troy Brown with the catch, out of bounds, first down New England, a gain of 21.
A great job by Troy Brown running out of the slot. He's a third down specialist, gets a lot of first down for the Patriots. You're going to see him come out of the slot. He's got an option route. He can go inside or out. Corner was playing him hard inside, so he pushed it in, broke it out. Drew Bledsoe's got that strong arm, put it right on the money. Troy Brown, big first down.
Patriots moving the chains. First down 10 from their own 45. Bledsoe passing. And it's caught. Tony Simmons with the catch. Down inside Indianapolis territory. Jeff Burris with the tackle. It's a gain of 9.
Nice catch by the speedster. Everybody thinks Tony Simmons, one of the fastest men in the NFL, is all about deep routes. But he's running a nice little square out pattern here. Drew Bledsoe getting it right by the linebacker. Jeff Burris coming up to make the tackle. And Tony Simmons showing he can catch the ball as well as go deep, Gus.
And last week, Simmons, a big catch, a 58-yard touchdown against New York. Falk. And he is gang tackled at the 45-yard line. Bernard Whittington leading the way. And a flag on the play.
By Bernard Whittington. And number 53.
Guys flying around after the whistle. Might have been a late hit or late face mask.
Let's see. Trying to get organized on the field right now, the officiating crew.
Personal foul, offense, number 30, continuation foul, 15-yard penalty, repeat the down, second down.
That's Tony Carter, the fullback. And that will push New England towards their own end zones.
Just a little over-aggressive by Tony Carter, playing a little bit after the whistle coming in, taking a shot. When the pile started and the whistle blows, you can't come in and take a shot at a guy. After the whistle, that's going to be a 15-yarder every time.
Is the New England 40.
You see right there on the right side of the screen. Number 30 right here. Just very late. You got to know better than that. You don't want to do that to your offense early in the game with a good drive going.
Second down and long. Play action. Bledsoe under pressure. Dumps it off to Carter. Carter fumbles the ball out of bounds. And it's an incomplete pass. Standing on the play, Andre Royal, the outside linebacker. Now defensively for Indianapolis, they have a revamped defensive line. The big acquisition, Chad Bratsky, coming over from the Giants as an unrestricted free agent, had 3 sacks last week. Cornelius Bennett over from Atlanta along with Barber and Royal. And in the secondary, Tony Blevins starts in place of Tyrone Poole. Poole out with the thigh bruise. Third down and a long 16. New England needs to get to the 44.5-yard line, make it 45-yard line for a first down. Colts showing blitz. And Bledsoe wants a timeout. Bledsoe calls a timeout. 8:03 to go. First quarter of play. No score from Foxborough.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Agilent Technologies, dreams made real. And by Dodge.
You're taking a look at downtown Boston. About 25 miles away here in Foxborough. No score, 8:03 to go. Colts and Pats. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. Patriots faced with a third down and 16 from their own 40. They need to get to the 45 for a first. Bledsoe out of the gun again. Goes down the field. Incomplete. Intended for Sean Jefferson. Ball underthrown, and the Patriots will have to punt it away.
Jefferson just taking that route a little bit too long. Did a good job of selling the deep route. Came out of his break just 2 or 3 steps too late. If he would have come out a little early, the ball would have been right there.
So that brings on the veteran Lee Johnson. So many years in Cincinnati, now with the Pats. And back deep, Terrence Wilkins standing at the 18-yard line. Johnson punting from the 25. And this one off the side of his foot. Shaked it. Takes a bounce. Wilkins from the 18. Tight ropes the sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 27. 9-yard return, but a flag on the play.
Gus, Terrence Wilkins does a nice job feeling that punt. Everybody was scattering, getting out of the way. Ball would have bounced inside the 10. Took it on one hop and got up the field.
Face mask during the return on the kicking team. 5 yards. 34. First down.
To Bucky Jones. I think he forgot to Bucky's number. And we will be right back after this. .7:48 to go in the first quarter. No score. Indianapolis and New England. Colts with the football. First down from their own 33. Here's Manning audibling at the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Manning, plenty of time to the sideline, and it's caught. Nice grab. E.G. Green, number 84, using all fingertips, and he picks up 16 yards. And a flag on the play.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 21. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
So Steve Israel.
And Gus, Peyton Manning told us they really like the E.G. Green versus Steve Israel matchup. You see Israel grabbing him 10, 15 yards downfield. Nice route by E.G. Green.
First down from the 49, the toss. Edgerrin James over the left side, and he gets to midfield. Gain of about a yard on the play. Chad Eaton plugging up the hole. Now it's the night of premieres Monday on CBS, beginning with The King of Queens, then the series premiere of Ladies' Man, starring Alfred Molina and Sharon Lawrence, followed by Everybody Loves Raymond, Becker, and Family Law. Second down, 8.
So far, Edgerrin James, not a whole lot of holes. And he had this last week versus the Bills, and then he came back for the second half, found some big holes. You just got to keep busting in there, busting the line. The Patriots felt it was going to be very important early on to stop him.
Play clock winding down. James again, this time with running room, and James to the New England 45. A good audible by Peyton Manning at the line of scrimmage. And that's one thing about Peyton Manning. Brent, we talked to him yesterday, and he brought up to us what happened to him last year right here in New England and how it helped him grow.
And it really did, and he grew every game. And he was a guy that went and watched film, was very critical of himself, and he wouldn't make the second mistake twice. When he saw teams the second time within the division down the road as the season progressed, he really evolved into a quarterback with some confidence.
Third down and 5 from the 46. Manning rolls out of the pocket, delivers incomplete, and a flag. Should be interference once again.
I think
E.G. Green, the intended receiver.
I think Lawyer Malloy played right through E.G. Green, knocking him on the ground. Split second before the ball arrived. And Lawyer Malloy one of the most fierce, strong safeties in the league. Getting just a little over-aggressive there against E.G. Green. Wanted to make that hit. The ball wasn't quite there yet, Gus.
So Lawyer Malloy gives the Colts new life. First down 10 from the New England 42. Manning down the sideline. Harrison tiptoes. Touchdown Colts. 42 yards.
Gus, it looked to me like there was some type of blown coverage. Ty Law, one of the best defensive backs in the league, just let Marvin Harrison go. You see down here at the bottom of the screen, Ty Law coming up, getting his hands on him. Loses him. We got to get that safety over the top. Lawyer Malloy late, maybe thinking about that late hit, that pass interference penalty the play before. Got to let those things go.
And the extra point up, and it's good by Mike Vanderjagt. So the young Colts, they strike first blood, and they lead the Patriots 7-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. What are you looking at? And by the NASDAQ stock market.
42-yard touchdown, Peyton Manning to Harrison, and the Colts lead it. 4-play drive, back deep to Bucky Jones. Falk, here's Falk from the 10. Devin Falk all the way up to the 30-yard line. And there's Marvin, and he talked to us yesterday about a secret play, Brent. He wouldn't tell us what it was.
You know, Gus, this could have been it. You'll see Peyton Manning go back. He hitches, and Ty Law comes flying up on the hitch. You'll see him come up, and all of a sudden, Marvin Harrison just keeps going right by him. I said it might have been a blown coverage by the safety. That's Ty Law jumping on the hitch route, looking at Peyton Manning's eyes. And it's a touchdown. Marvin Harrison told us he doesn't care who he's playing against. Ty Law, one of the best defensive backs in the National Football League. And he jumped all over that route.
First down from the 30. This time, Terry Allen in at tailback gets over the 35-yard line to the 36. Now let's check in with Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Gus, Peyton Manning throws a touchdown in your game, and at about the same time, Randall Cunningham uncorks one to the backup tight end. It's Carlester Crumpler bouncing around like Brent Jones, and he's in the end zone from 31 yards out. Let's go back to New England.
All right, Jim. Yeah, Brent, you've caught a few passes in your day with Steve Young and Joe Montana, all those kind of guys.
Yeah, but Jim, he knows I wasn't bouncing around. I was fleet of foot.
Second down and 4. Bledsoe in the seam, incomplete, underthrown, intended for Terry Glenn. Bledsoe 2 of 5 so far, 32 yards.
Because Drew Bledsoe's had a few receivers open. He hasn't been able to set his feet. Ellis Johnson's been getting back, getting right on him. He needs to set his feet and throw the ball. We've got some receivers coming open down the field.
They're showing blitz once again, picked up. Ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Ben Coates, the intended receiver, and I believe Mark Thomas may have gotten a hand on him.
Mark Thomas, pass rush specialist. He knows, because he was coaching when he was at the San Francisco 49ers, you've got to always jump up and get those hands up. Number 90 right here, he was great at timing the ball when the quarterback went to throw it. Just tipped it with his finger. That's enough to make it an incompletion, 4th down.
Lee Johnson stands at the 21. Wilkins back deep at the 17. High spiraling kick. Wilkins lost it. Did he touch it? Recovered inside the 5. No, he didn't. Dangerous play. A 61-yard punt. Wilkins really close to touching that one.
Touching on the kicking team. Prior to the ball being touched by the receivers, there's a 5-yard penalty at the previous spot. Repeat the down, 4th down, number 25.
And that was while we were away, and the Patriots had a chance to really pin the Colts down, but now they have to re-kick the football.
Patriots with a couple of crucial penalties earlier in the game and blown coverage, and they're looking like the young team playing on the road.
Lee Johnson backs up, now at the 16. Wilkins with another chance. High snap handle. And he hits a bomb. Wilkins, fair catch at the 10. The vet came through, a 57-yard punt, no return. Now the NFL on CBS continues later on today, as some of you will see Terrell Davis and the Broncos travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs, while others will catch Cleveland take on Tennessee. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. And what news for Tennessee. Steve McNair out 6 weeks. The starting quarterback for the Titans with back surgery. Neil O'Donnell takes over.
The bad news just keeps coming for the National Football League quarterbacks.
First down. Play action. Out of the backfield, incomplete, intended for Marcus Pollard, the tight end. Other scores, Detroit down to Green Bay right now. Arizona, Miami, some pick Miami, and Jacksonville as the 2 best teams, Brent, in the NFL so far this year.
Well, how about Miami going in on Monday night to Denver and exploiting that Denver Bronco defense?
Brian Greasy actually had a pretty good game.
I thought Brian Greasy did great. It was a defense that got manipulated.
Second down 10 from the 12-yard line. And the noise here, unbearable. 3-receiver package. James over the right side, stutter steps, gets to the 16. Lawyer Malloy coming up and making the tackle. A gain of 4.
Boy, and these fans are really having an effect on the Indianapolis Colts, calling their plays. And Peyton Manning told us that if the noise was loud, they were going to go silent count and check with me as far as the plays at the line of scrimmage. So they got to come in and out of the huddle. And there's offensive coordinator Tom Moore. He's got to get the plays in quickly because Peyton Manning's going up to the line of scrimmage, checking the defense, and then calling the run play from right there. If it's a pass play, the lineman can hear him, but he's got to do signals out to the wide receivers so they know what type of play is being run.
Third down and 6 from the 16. Here comes a blitz. Dumped off in the flats. Edgerrin James gets the first down and more over the 25. Stopped by Lawyer Malloy, but it's a gain of 9. And that's why they like James. Instead of taking Ricky Williams, they wanted a guy that could really catch it out of the backfield.
Well, this should be a stop for the New England Patriots on third down. You see the strong safety, 42. Tony Carter come up and miss the tackle. Edgerrin James gives him the old shake and bake. That's what Marshall Faulk did in this passing offense. And Edgerrin James starts catching the ball out of the backfield and making moves like that. Defenses are going to be fretting all over the league.
Marshall Faulk now in St. Louis. James running the football. And he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Chad Eaton coming up with the tackle. So Edgerrin James, 4th overall. The Colts passing up Ricky Williams, and they told us yesterday that the reason they really liked Edgerrin is because they wanted to move into a power running game. So Marshall Faulk, although he was prolific catching the football and running the football, they feel that this young man can really hunk it on up in there, and he has better hands than a Ricky Williams.
He really fits this Colts offense to a T.
Second and 10, Manning. Pollard, nice catch, out of bounds at the 43. Chris Carter with the tackle, but a gain of 18, and Peyton Manning stuck in there into the last moment.
He did. When Willie McGinnis is bearing down on you, you are afraid. Peyton Manning stays in the pocket, stays in tight. Look at this hit by Willie McGinnis. Actually, that's 95, Henry Thomas. And Marcus Pollard, the second-string tight end, great athlete, former basketball player. They like to move him around. He's the move tight end. Gets downfield, split wide, makes a heck of a grab downfield. And Peyton Manning hung in tough versus Thomas to make that big throw.
Manning 6 of 8, 96 yards. Edgerrin James tripped up in the backfield. Andy Katzenmoyer, the rookie middle linebacker out of Ohio State, with the tackle. And as a matter of fact, this Patriots squad, they start 3 rookies. Katzenmoyer at middle linebacker, Damian Woody, the rookie center out of Boston College, and Kevin Falk, the tailback.
Well, a lot of focus on Katzenmoyer. Defensive coordinator Steve Sidwell told us yesterday he is a guy that has the most talent of any linebacker he's ever coached. Now he has to get it done on the field, and right now he's just got potential. That's a huge statement when you're talking about those former New Orleans Saints linebackers.
Manning going to the sideline, incomplete, flag on the play. Harrison, the intended receiver, Ty Law, went up into the air, and let's see. And it's interference against New England.
You know, Gus, I don't know if Ty Law makes that much contact. What he'll do, though, is you'll see.
Defense number 24. First down.
He'll get his arm up in the face of Marvin Harrison without turning around and making a play on the ball. You'll see him get his arm up right here, comes across with that arm bar before he turns his head around. If he turns his head around and gets that arm up, he'd be playing the ball. The referees are going to be very intent on calling that arm bar this year. It's kind of a sly way for defensive backs to hold up the wide receivers.
And look at the penalties. 6 for 55 against the Patriots. Indianapolis, they haven't been penalized yet. Manning changes the play. Play action. Peyton all day to throw, and Harrison out of bounds at the 10. Right now, young Peyton Manning is picking the Patriots apart. Gain of 24.
Big play by Marvin Harrison, coming across, all the way across the field. Edgerrin James out there in the same vicinity. You're going to see Harrison here at the bottom of your screen, coming across, had a little play action fake. Now he's got a big hole. Edgerrin James gets a little too deep, brings his guy into coverage. Lawyer Malloy almost makes the interception. Great throw by Peyton Manning. You can't have two wide receivers within 5 yards of each other. Edgerrin James needs to know he's got to run that route shorter.
Harrison, big game last week. 8 catches, 127 yards. Indianapolis knocking on the door. First down and goal from the 10. Manning on the slant. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison again. He told us he loves that post route. That's the route he and Peyton hook up on most often. Ty Law giving a little bit too much cushion here. You're just going to see Harrison go up, give a little in, out fake, double move. Ty Law freezes him just long enough. Peyton Manning threads the needle. And you've got to play tight coverage against Marvin Harrison down near the goal line. Peyton Manning's got that quick release. He'll throw it in there and stick it in there right now.
Vanderjagt, extra point, good. Marvin Harrison, 4 catches, 77 yards, and he's already caught 4 touchdowns this season. The last 2 on that man, Ty Law. And right now, the young guns from Indianapolis look really strong. One more look.
Nice ball. Peyton Manning just puts it right in there, right through Teddy Bruschi. And Ty Law's got to be uptight on that young man.
Colts lead it 14-0. Another Peyton Manning Harrison touchdown. We have 37 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Now the MetLife blimp, Snoopy 1, is cruising the skies of Massachusetts to provide aerial coverage of today's Patriots-Colts game. The blimp typically cruises at a speed of about 35 miles per hour and an altitude of 1,200 feet. Falk from the 10-yard line. And Falk up to the 30, and he is wrestled down at the 32, a return of 22 yards. Tuesday on CBS, Jag, America's #1 action drama, takes you to the most dangerous place on earth. Catch David James Elliott and Catherine Bell in the season premiere of Jag, Tuesday on CBS. And what about this Colts team so far after really getting throttled the last time they played in New England? Different team altogether.
We think Peyton Manning's made up for last year. And the New England Patriots came out and have done just what they said they wanted to do. Stop the running game. They forgot about Marvin Harrison, though.
Throws it out of the backfield. Falk wrapped up at the 32-yard line. Jeff Burris, the left corner, making the tackle. Right now, Peyton Manning having some problems with his wrist, his throwing hand. And he's in a little bit of pain. He must have jammed it down.
Tell you that pain goes away when you throw 2 touchdowns.
No way Archie's son comes out of this game. And that is the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Indianapolis 14, New England 0. We'll return to Foxborough Stadium right after this message. Start of the second quarter of play with the Colts leading on the road 14-0. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones, the combination Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison. Wow, dangerous.
I tell you, the Patriots want to come away and take away the running game early on. They forgot about the other dimension, Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison.
Second down and 9, the toss. Kevin Falk looking for a hole, turns it up and picks up positive yardage. Chad Cota with the tackle, fumble on the play.
And Gus, I did not hear a whistle when that ball came out. It looks like it might be Colts ball.
Let's see. And the officials.
First down.
And Indianapolis takes over.
Indianapolis.
Cornelius Bennett wound up with the football. Coda and Jason Belzer making the hit, forcing the fumble, and crunch.
Two heady players, Jason Belzer, Chad Coda, making up that safety tandem for the Indianapolis Colts. And that ball was clearly out before Kevin Falk hit the ground.
Cornelius Bennett advancing to the Super Bowl last year with the Atlanta Falcons. Pete Carroll talking to Dick Hantak. Let's see if he'll challenge this play. What's your opinion on the replay system so far after week 1?
Well, I think it's a great tool, and I think that there's going to be things that are going to be controversial throughout the year, but it's really in place for the big play. They don't want to mess up the call on the big play. And if Pete Carroll's smart, he's arguing that the whistle blew because
There's no challenge on the play.
So there is no challenge on the play.
And Pete would have lost a timeout had he challenged that. Knee was not down as the ball comes out. There's the knee down. The ball is already out, and it's clearly Colts ball. And like I said, if Pete Carroll was smart in there, he was arguing that the whistle blew. Sometimes you can convince those guys that guys stopped and the whistle had blown. Not that time.
From the 39-yard line of the Patriots, Edgerrin James pops it outside. Now back in, gets to the 31-yard line. A gain of about 9 yards on the play, close to a first down.
Great job by Edgerrin James bouncing it outside, and he'd hit it up inside early. The Patriots had done a great job stopping him. He just keeps pounding it and pounding it. He told the same thing to his lineman last year. I feel like we're going to have a big one. Just keep hitting it up in there, guys. In the second half against the Bills, he ran 12 carries, 88 yards.
And look at some of the top picks so far. Edgerrin with the best first week. And he squeezes through the hole and gets inside the 25.
You know, not a lot of dancing around there, Gus. He just takes the ball, hits it right up inside. Those holes are small, and they're only there for a short time. And that's what the Colts like about Edgerrin James. He hits the hole now. He's not a rookie. He's not dancing around. He's not going east and west. He's running north right now.
And I like his hair because he told us in the meeting yesterday that, yeah, my hair gets in my face sometimes, but I like it because the defensive players can't see my eyes. First down and 10 from the 24. James, 27 yards on 10 carries. Play action. Manning sets up. Lets it go. E.G. Green down at the 1. Gain of 23.
And that's what happens when you get that running game going. All of a sudden, your play action game's going. E.G. Green coming right across the field on the bootleg. Steve Israel got to stay up with him. We got a linebacker, Chris Slade, over in that zone. He's got to feel that receiver coming across. That's too much for a corner, Steve Israel, to cover all the way across the field. You've got to have some help on that. And that's just what we talked about. The Colts getting that running game going now. Opens up the play action game. Big play for E.G. Green.
First down and goal from the 1. Edgerrin James submarining. Short of the goal line. Henry Thomas plugs it up.
Because that's something else the Colts coaches talked about. As great as Marshall Faulk was last year, accounting for over 43% of their offense, they had some trouble in goal line and short yardage situations. Edgerrin James, 6 feet, 216 pounds. That is a monstrous tailback with the speed that he has, able to get some tough yards up inside.
Second down and goal from the 1. The edge again, jumping over the pile, touchdown. Edgerrin James got in there. And the Colts take a 20-0 lead.
And this is unbelievable. And Peyton Manning talked about coming out and silencing this crowd and jumping on the Patriots early. And of course, you go into every game thinking that, but the odds of it happening here today and the way it has happened is catching everybody here in Foxborough off guard.
And all he needs to do is break the plane of the goal, and he does that. Ran right into Marty Moore, the backup linebacker. Extra point up and good.
How many times do you see the backup linebacker get knocked up on his back?
And right now, the fans in New England not too happy. Different story, though, for the Colts. They take a 21-0 lead. Edgerrin James with the 1-yard dive, and the Colts lead the Patriots 21-0. And the first 4 possessions for the Colts so far, terrific. 3 touchdowns. Kevin Falk from the 15, tackled from behind. Billy Austin with the special teams tackle. First 4 possessions, look where they started and look at the result.
And those aren't just 20-yard drives, Gus. Those are some big drives. Look at that. They are going down the field on this Patriots defense, and the Patriots were so in tune with stopping the run, they forgot to stop the pass. Now all of a sudden they're changing it, dropping the safeties off a little bit, and the Colts are going to start running Edgerrin James right down their throat. And this Patriots team needs a big drive right here to stay in this game.
They take over at their own 25 out of the I formation. Play fake, Bledsoe under pressure. Dumps it off to his fullback, Tony Carter, and Carter gets to the 31-yard line. Great job by Bledsoe to hang in there for a gain of 6, because number 95, Bernard Whittington, was coming right at it. Can't make it to the stadium? You can still get all of your favorite team gear, caps, jerseys, and more. Plus, the shipping is free. Just click on NFL at cbs.sportsline.com. Second down 4. Foxborough Stadium sellout, home team unable to get in the end zone. Tony Carter looking for the first down. Should have enough. Now, we talked about Indianapolis. 4 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Here's New England.
Well, the Patriots felt that they needed to run the ball early as well. They haven't done that. They've been one-dimensional, and that's exactly when the zone blitz scheme of defensive coordinator Vic Fangio comes into play. When the defensive linemen and defensive backs can pin their ears back and rush the quarterback, Drew Bledsoe would like a little more time back there. You can see they are not doing anything offensively at this point.
Short of the first down, Patriots need 1. Here comes another blitz. Leaning ahead, good enough for the first down. Terry Allen running the football. The former Washington Redskins signed as a free agent here in New England. And he had a pretty nice game last week, Brent. 22-yard touchdown, 15 carries, 54 yards.
Yeah, Gus, and right now it's running back by committee, rookie Kevin Falk, splitting the time with Terry Allen. I think Terry's going to really step into the role with his experience in short yardage, goal line, and catching the ball in the backfield.
Play action again. Bledsoe down the middle, and it's batted down. Somebody got a hand on it. I think Cornelius Bennett.
And what a transformation this Colts defense from last year to this year. They were just awful. We talked about Jim Morris saying how terrible they were. Cornelius Bennett coming in, bringing in some other fellas. Bill Polian.
39 of the 53 players on this team are new, either in their first or second year with the Colts. They wanted to come in here and definitely help the talent level come up a few notches. Draw play. Lamont Warren this time. Gain of 7. Tackled by Michael Barber. Warren played on this Colts team last year.
And we were saying Bill Polian's brought in a lot of guys from his days at Carolina, some guys with experience, knowing how to play a defense, that attacking style of defense. Vic Fangio coming over from the Carolina Panthers. And I think Bill Polian is the man around the league right now, because what he did in Buffalo all those years, brought Carolina to the NFC West, or the NFC Championship game his second year in Carolina, and now what he's done with the Indianapolis Colts.
Big play here. Here comes the blitz. Belser charging, picked up, incomplete. Intended for Glenn, and Bledsoe Glenn not connecting. I believe Glenn ran the wrong route. And watch Belser coming from his safety spot.
Belser coming up from that safety spot right now, timing the snap count great. Drew Bledsoe a little frustrated with Terry Glenn. Terry Glenn's got to see that blitz coming and run a blitz adjustment route. That's a slant. That's where Drew Bledsoe threw the ball. There was a lot of open field right there, except one problem, no Terry Glenn.
Patriots forced to punt it away once again. Lee Johnson. Wobbly kick with distance. And this one into the end zone. And that will do it. So the Colts will get it from their own 20. 9:39 to go in the second quarter. They lead 21-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fidelity Investments, Microsoft, where do you want to go today? And by Coors Light, proud partner of the John Wayne Cancer Institute and their search for a cure.
The Indianapolis defense pitching a shutout so far against one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. Colts start from their own 20-yard line. Edgerrin James tiptoes, goes backwards. Chad Eaton. Now we know that Vic Fangio is a master of the zone blitz. What is the zone blitz? Talk about its principles.
You know, Gus, it's not necessarily bringing more players than an offense can block, but it's bringing guys from different positions. You have defensive linemen dropping in pass coverage, safeties, corners coming off the edge. It's different guys coming from different spots with zone coverage behind it, and it really gives the offense a lot of false reads. Linemen have trouble picking up the guys. They don't know where they're coming from.
Second down and 10 for Peyton Manning from the 20. Short drop, inside, picked off. Chris Carter, the safety. Dilger, the intended receiver, in and out of his hands, and finally the Patriots catch a break.
And that's just the kind of break that the Patriots needed. Peyton Manning putting the ball right on the money, slips right through Ken Dilger's hands. And Ken Dilger's a guy they said they wanted him to be more involved in the offense. He's a good all-around guy, good blocker, good receiver. You can't have the ball slide right through your hands on a catchable ball with nobody around, especially when you're on the road up 21-0.
Patriots take over at the Indianapolis 27-yard line. Out of the I formation, Ben Colts in motion. Bledsoe underneath. Jefferson with the catch, gets to the 15. Tackled by Jeff Burris, a gain of 12.
Great job by Sean Jefferson. Just finding a little hole in the zone right up here. Settles right down in front of Jeff Burris, giving a big cushion. And when Drew Bledsoe has time, we said early, these receivers can get open. And the Patriots look like they're abandoning that running game right now.
The pitch, Terry Allen following his fullback. Allen ridden down at the 10. Chad go to the safety with the hit.
And I think it's instrumental for the Patriots to get a touchdown right here. They have got to get the ball in the end zone. Field goal, being down 21-3, that's not what you want.
That.
Not as an offense, not as a team. You need to let this Colts defense know that you can score on them.
Pete Carroll so enthusiastic about last week's win over the Jets and Bill Parcells. Everybody playing well. 2nd and 6 from the 11. Bledsoe rolls out. Fired. Touchdown. Jefferson. Finally giving the fans something to cheer about. Drew Bledsoe getting out of the pocket and nailing Jefferson in the corner. Adam Vinatieri in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. 7:44 to go in the second quarter of play. Patriots strike back.
Drew Bledsoe, great job. Think of him as a pocket quarterback, getting out here, throwing the shake route. Sean Jefferson just gets his hand. Just hangs on the ball and gets his feet in time. That looked pretty close to me, Gus.
21-7. Patriots get on the board. Bledsoe to Jefferson. 21-7. And the scoring drive, 3 plays, 27 yards. The big play, the Carter interception. Wilkins from the 4. goes down at the 20. Harold Shaw with the special teams tackle.
And Gus, let's go back to that touchdown. You're going to see Sean Jefferson, who runs a great shake route right here, coming back. Drew Bledsoe getting out of the pocket. Doesn't have the ball right here. You see him touching it against his knee. There he's got it. Got the possession. One, and you look for the toe, but this is his heel dragging, and you see the turf kicking up. It's tough to usually tell if a guy's heel's in, but when he kicks up the turf, he's got the second foot in.
New England with new energy now. Edgerrin James running the football. And as we told you at the beginning of this telecast, great opportunity to see two terrific quarterbacks, the future and the present, Manning and Bledsoe, and so far the numbers. Manning 153 yards, but the interception hurts.
Yeah, that shouldn't be Peyton Manning's interception. That ball was right on the money. They got to create a new statistic for drops.
2nd and 9 from the 22. Play action. Manning rolling, looking, in trouble. Manning breaks it back, runs into the ref, and down at the 25. Hey, that official, he's got to get out of the way.
Hey, or make the tackle.
And a flag on the play.
Uh-oh, and the referee just threw a flag at Pete Carroll. Pete was 5 or 6 yards onto the field. That's a bad sign when the referee looks at you and throws a flag at you.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against New England.
Illegal contact. Defense number 24 while the quarterback was still in the pocket. Unsportsmanlike on the New England bench. 15 yards. We will penalize the 5 yards first down, then 15 yards. Result of the penalties, first down.
A 20-yard penalty. And right now, New England really hurting themselves with penalties.
Well, Pete Carroll frustrated about that illegal use of the hands. When the quarterback breaks the pocket, the defensive guys can get their hands all over you, and it's a judgment call when the quarterback breaks outside that pocket.
8 penalties, 75 yards already in the first half, and Pete Carroll is livid. And the Colts have not been penalized yet.
Colts running that bootleg. Henry Thomas did a great job of holding up the short receiver, the tight end, which caused the play to break down. Peyton Manning had to scramble back across the field, and Pete Carroll frustrated because his team's playing great defense. And they get a holding call, legal use of the hands, and he exacerbates that by getting a little intense on the sidelines.
So the Colts with the ball at their own 45-yard line. And a fresh set of downs. Manning. Underneath. Caught. This time Dilger makes the reception, but a flag at the 40-yard line. And it's holding against Indianapolis. And the fans give the officials a standing ovation.
There you go. That might make Pete Carroll feel a little better. And Pete's been criticized over the years for being a California laid-back coach.
Offense, number 73, 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down, first down.
And he is not laid back right now.
Adam Meadows, right tackle, 73.
And you'll see that, and the referees are going to be intent on calling holding this year. Adam Meadows, you get your hands outside the frame of the body. You see he's got it behind the shoulder pads. They're going to call that. You've got to redirect your hands back inside the frame of the defensive player.
First down at 20. James. And Edgerrin James over the 35 to the 36. Andy Katzenmoyer with the tackle. Gain of 1 yard on the play.
You know, Pete Carroll talked about how impressed he was with the way the team handled the big victory last week versus the Jets, and obviously very important to Pete and the team, but he said the guys were really excited in the locker room. but they were very mature. They looked forward to this next game. He said they were talking all training camp about the first 2 games of the season, 2 division games, and what's become the best division in the National Football League.
Second down at the long 18 from the 37. Manning steps up, finds Pollard, and Pollard still running. The big tight end took a couple of blows and picked up 11 yards. And as you mentioned, Marcus Pollard, very agile, didn't even play college football, was a basketball player at Bradley. Averaged 7 points and 5 rebounds.
Outside one-on-one with Andy Katzenmoyer, and Andy's not even close to Marcus Pollard. Marcus Pollard had a 5-yard jump on him. Katzenmoyer's got to get up tight, play the guy tighter. Marcus Pollard's got some speed. They split him wide, split him out in the slot, and that's a mismatch when Andy Katzenmoyer's got to go out, the rookie, and cover Marcus Pollard.
Third down and 7 from the 48. Colts need to get to the New England 45 for a first down, and they call timeout. 4:42 to go, second quarter of play, 21-7, Indianapolis.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Gateway. Call Gateway and connect with us. And by Burger King.
Welcome back to Foxborough Stadium. 21-7, Colts lead the New England Patriots. Now in its 12th year of providing aerial television coverage of sporting and special events, the MetLife Blimp, Snoopy 1, brings you the aerial shots of today's game. A big 3rd and 7 for the Colts from their own 48. They need to get to the New England 45 for a first down. Manning to the sideline, caught and out of bounds. Harrison right in front of Ty Law. A gain of 14, first down.
And Ty Law, one of the best defensive backs in the National Football League, like we talked about, got burned early on a couple Marvin Harrison touchdowns. Now he's given a little more cushion. Nice comeback route here. You threaten to go deep, pull up about 17, 18 yards, come back toward the sideline. Great timing route, Peyton Manning.
Signed the big contract at a 59-yard interception return for a touchdown against the Colts last year right here in New England. Harrison eating him up, 5 catches, 91 yards. Edgerrin James quickly through the hole, gets inside the 30-yard line. Teddy Bruschi in on the play.
And you're starting to see Edgerrin James early in the game was getting 1-2 yards. Now he's picking up 6 and 7. It's because this Patriots defense is more concentrated on the pass.
Does he run a little like your former teammate Ricky Waters?
He sure does. Very aggressive. And you were kind of dancing around yesterday telling me that you were Edgerrin James and you had candy in your feet. What's that all about?
Well, he certainly has sweet feet. Edgerrin, 2nd and 3 from the 30. James, first down, and he does have candy in his feet. Look at how he gets down the sideline.
He really does. You know, he hit it up inside early. Now they're starting to bounce it outside a little bit. A little more running room out there. Great job by Edgerrin James.
Monday on CBS, take a regular guy whose life is filled with women and let the games begin. Alfred Molina stars with Sharon Lawrence in the series premiere of Ladies Man. Right after the King of Queens, Monday, right here on CBS. First down and 10 for the Colts from the New England 21. Here's Manning changing the play once again. James cuts it back. And the edge dives forward and gets to the 17-yard line. Lawyer Malloy in on the tackle.
You're going to see a little ground level edge right here, Gus. Great move, starts front side, comes back across the grain. Getting some hard yards up and inside.
Played collegiately at Miami, part of a 3-back backfield. He told us that's why he didn't get as many yards as he probably could have. 18 carries, 51 yards. Second down, play fake, into the flats. Pollard makes the first man miss all the way inside the 5-yard line. And a flag. Adam Meadows, late hit.
And that is just a flat-out stupid play by Adam Meadows. The play was over by 3 or 4 seconds. Takes a cheap shot, And Andy Katzenmoyer, he doesn't need to take cheap shot at Andy Katzenmoyer. Katzenmoyer can't come close to covering Marcus Pollard right now.
Personal foul. Offense, number 73. 15-yard penalty. Repeat the down. Second down.
Watch 73, Adam Meadows right here. Plays over, boom. Andy Katzenmoyer just getting up, didn't even see him. Stupid play.
2-minute warning. Colts, though, still driving. Two minutes to go in the second quarter, and what a surprise. The Colts lead the Patriots 21-7. Don't forget, coming up on the NASDAQ Halftime Report, our guys in the studio, Jim Nance, Greg James, Randy, and Jerry Glanville with scores and highlights. 2nd and 8, Manning. E.G. Green cradles the football at the 10. A gain of 9 yards, and a great story. E.G. Green, hurt last year, missed the first 3 games with an elbow injury, stayed during the offseason and worked with Peyton Manning.
Didn't even go home after the season was over, worked hard every day, didn't have any vacation, comes back, beats out Jerome Pathan, who caught 50 balls as a rookie last year. That's unheard of.
First down from the 10. James looking for daylight. Gets inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. Katzenmoyer in on the play. So the timeouts left. Indianapolis with 2 and New England with 2. And so far in the red zone, this Colts team, they have been able to get it in the end zone. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns.
And they're doing a great job, Gus, on mismatches. See, Marcus Pollard's caught the ball, Marvin Harrison, E.G. Green, Edgerrin James, and who do you cover in this offense?
Slant again! Touchdown! Marvin Harrison catches his 3rd touchdown, held on to it, an 8-yard strike.
And Ty Law shaking his head in disbelief. This is one of the most successful defensive backs in the league, and Marvin Harrison has come out and caught 3 touchdowns on him in the first half. And he doesn't even give a move. He's just running to the post right now. Ty Law, a little too much cushion. Got to be in there tighter. Standing right on the goal line. Unbelievable.
Extra point is good. Flag on the play. Marvin Harrison, 6 catches, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he's a little shaken up right now. And Law on the other side, sitting by himself.
Offside. Defense, number 80. Extra point attempt is good. 5 yards will be penalized on the kickoff.
Last year, the Colts and Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison struggled. Today, Manning in the first half, 14 of 17, 209 yards, 3 scores. 28-7, Indianapolis leads New England. 48 seconds to go. Don't forget, halftime. Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry will have scores and highlights. I'm sure the guys are surprised at this one. Also a preview of that Denver-Kansas City game. The Colts ready to send it away once again with 48 seconds to go. To Bucky Jones, Kevin Falk back deep. This is Falk from the 8. Over the 20. Return of 12. And let's have another look at that Marvin Harrison touchdown.
Because you see Marvin Harrison out here, usually when you want to run a slant route, you just come up and give a little move outside. He just comes straight up and comes right across. You're going to see Ty Law giving up a little bit too much ground, just a little slow to react. He's probably not used to playing a quarterback that releases it as quickly as Peyton Manning. Manning steps back and throws it right now. And Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning putting on a clinic this first half. 12
plays, 79 yards. Patriots start from their own 21. Bledsoe, sideline, caught out of bounds. Terry Glenn at the 30, a gain of 11. This zone blitz causing a lot of problems for the Patriots offense in the first half of play.
Gus, Patriots still have about 40 yards to go to get in Adam Vinatieri's range. They need to come out of this with some type of points.
Batted down, incomplete.
Third ball batted down today here in the first half.
Why does that happen?
You know, it's just about timing. It's about coaching that defensive line. Vic Fangio, I know the Carolina Panthers used to bat down balls all the time. It's something, and it's very small, but you work on it in practice, and you get your defensive lineman used to timing the quarterback's release.
Bledsoe needed the first down. Gets it. And now he calls timeout.
Timeout.
So with 29 seconds to go in the first half of play, we'll be back after this. Adam Vinatieri, his career long is 55. He had a 58-yarder, though, during the preseason as he warms up on the sidelines. One timeout remaining for the Patriots. Bledsoe flushed up into the pocket, dumps it off. Lamont Warren gets out of bounds at midfield.
You know, Gus, sometimes that little check route, you have all your receivers going downfield vertically, that little check route, everybody forgets the pass rushers are coming in, and just Lamont Warren just slides out of the backfield after he's in pass protection.
First down.
Nobody's home. Gets some big yards, gets out of bounds.
And you know what name we haven't called today? Ben Coates.
I guarantee you before the game's over, we're going to be calling in maybe another 15 yards for the Patriots to work into Vinatieri's range. I saw him kicking in the pre-game warm-ups.
Bledsoe, plenty of time to throw to Ben Coates, incomplete.
Told you we'd be calling his name.
Yeah, you're right.
Usually it's a touchdown or a big play over the middle, but like I said, we got to get 15 more yards for the Patriots to get into field goal range. Vinatieri was smacking him from around 55 yards. I said, hey, Adam, is that your range today? He said, oh, right around there.
So let me ask you a question. As an offensive player, when you're facing a zone blitz team like this Colts squad, what do you have to do to be successful?
Well, what you really like to do to beat the zone blitz, A, pass protect your quarterback. Colts have been getting up in Drew Bledsoe's face. B, you got to be able to run the ball. The zone blitz presents some natural seams. Patriots haven't been able to run the ball at all.
Bledsoe. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Steve Muhammad. The defender caught holding Sean Jefferson.
Illegal contact. Defense number 31. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Now you're going to see Steve Muhammad, the rookie, hold Sean Jefferson. And if you're going to make a penalty down here, hold the guy, hold him tight. There you go. He hold on for, looks like a fighter in the 10th round. He's holding on for dear life.
Only a 5-yard penalty.
That's right. It's much better than the ball in the air and pass interference. And Steve Muhammad faked a little bit. Jefferson was going to be coming across the middle with a big hole. And actually for the rookie, pretty smart penalty.
First down from the Colts 46. Bledsoe out of the shotgun once again. To the sideline, almost picked off. Jefferson, the intended receiver, but stepping into the passing lane, number 27, Thomas Randolph.
Ben Coates and Sean Jefferson in the same vicinity, within 6 or 7 yards of each other on the sideline there. And what that does is it brings a couple of different defensive backs into the play. Drew Bledsoe has to throw it over one and in front of another. Patriots are lucky that wasn't picked off.
Second down and 10.
And Gus, I was just going to say it's Hail Mary time. And I think the Colts.
Indianapolis. Their second timeout.
That's exactly right.
30-second timeout.
They want to set up that defense, that Big Ben defense. Got to prevent that Hail Mary.
So this crowd quieted by the great play of the Indianapolis Colts in the first half. If not for a kind of a bobbled ball that resulted in an interception, the Colts may be up 28-0.
I think it would be a shutout. This will be interesting to see what the Patriots do here. You can either throw it up into the end zone, hope for a pass interference, or maybe a lucky catch, or with 6 seconds left, get one of those speed receivers to run a quick out, and I mean quick. 10 yards, maybe bring in Vinatieri. with a 52, 53-yard field goal attempt. And it looks like with that 3 wide receivers, the trips set to the top of the field, they're throwing it deep.
Bledsoe hit on the release, caught at the 15-yard line, but time elapses. And once again, Bledsoe had a white jersey in his face on the release of the football. So that's the end of the first half with the score. The Colts lead it 28-7. Jim Nantz and company will have all the scores and highlights on the halftime report after this word from your local station.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Stock Market.
How about the Colts? Welcome, everyone, to the NASDAQ Halftime Report. Jim Nantz with you from our New York studios. And here it is at halftime in Foxborough, 28-7, Indianapolis. Harrison in the end zone 3 times, joined by Craig James, Randy Cross, and Jerry Glanville. What about the Colts here, huh?
You think they're for real?
I do.
I think they're for real. I tell you why they're for real. This is a football team that's got a quarterback that's as good as anybody in the league right now. He's hot. He's reading the defense and taking exactly what they give him. This first half, Peyton Manning, by going out and doing what he has done, has put a lot of fear in Steve Sidwell, the defensive coordinator at New England. What's he going to do in the second half? How does he slow this guy down? I think they got to go up. They've got to invite the run and hope that they can get the running game going.
Edgerrin James is on a 100-yard pace. It's nice to see a running back named James running free up in New England.
Wow,
for the first
time. I can't remember a good James up there ever.
Never happened before. The stats will back it up. All right, in the NFL today, Oakland and Minnesota about to start the second half. The Vikings, Randy Moss, 3 catches, 71 yards. And the offense, Randy, for the Vikings, have they uncorked it yet?
Well, they've opened it up a little bit, but the first big play was Carlester Crumpler there, the backup tight end, catching this 32-yard touchdown from Randall Cunningham. And if you talk about opening up this offense, you mean Randy Moss. Here, one-on-one with Charles Woodson. We showed this earlier in the pregame show. There's the matchup. That's the result.
Yep, Marcus Allen talked about it on the NFL today. Woodson and Moss. Woodson has a blocked field goal. Moss with 3 catches. Seattle is being shut out by the Chicago Bears, and Ricky Watters, just a futile effort for the second straight week. Only 10 carries, 30 yards at a breezy Soldier Field. Jeff Feagles, check it out. What happens here?
Just more mistakes in the kicking game. Just exactly what they were doing last week with the bad snaps.
And it sets up, well, Curtis Enos will go in against Mike Holmgren's squad. In zone bound for the second straight week. And a little mustard on this one, Coach.
And what the Bears are doing, they're doing a great job of spreading the field, wide receivers everywhere, and running Enos up inside. He's got 66 yards at halftime.
Hey, could the Bears be 2-0 for the first time since '91? How about that at halftime? Green Bay at Detroit. Batch has thrown 2 touchdowns. Favre always struggles at Detroit. He's only won once in 6 games there. Arizona and Miami, and the Dolphins have just tied it before the half on a Marino touchdown pass to Troy Drayton. Jacksonville was up 6-0 on a pair of Hollis field goals, and then 2 Burline strikes for touchdowns. 1 to Muhammad, covered over 50 yards. And there's George Seifert, his home debut for the Panthers. It was a little ugly early.
Well, Gary Walker gets a sack here on Burline, but Burline today has been the man. 122 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and right here, 60 yards to Machine Muhammad. Goes down the sideline and puts his team up 14-7 over Jacksonville, 14-6.
Fred Taylor in the first quarter, hamstring injury. We do not know if he'll return in the second half. Pittsburgh all over Scott Mitchell. Only 27 yards passing for the Ravens quarterback, and he's been intercepted twice. San Diego's debut, Mike Riley, Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh with a touchdown pass to Natron Means. He's added another one, and the Chargers look good. Redskins pouring it on the Giants. 33 they post on him at halftime. Stephen Davis, 3 touchdowns, the longest from 8 yards. Tampa Bay at Philadelphia, and Dilfer's numbers are down, but the Bucs defense looking good for the second straight week. Deuce Staley has been held in check, 27 yards rushing is all. All right, now coming up at 4:15 Eastern, 1:15 Pacific time, our doubleheader games featuring Tim Couch and the Cleveland Browns taking on the Tennessee Titans. And the game most of you will see, the Broncos battling their arch rivals, the Chiefs. For a report on that big AFC West matchup, here are Greg Gumbel and Phil Sims.
All right, Jim, welcome to Kansas City, everyone, where it has rained all morning long. Rain is a distinct possibility this afternoon. That's the scenario that faces the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs today. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Sims. Once again, the spotlight will be on a young Denver quarterback named Brian Griese, who, despite a first-game loss to the Miami Dolphins on Monday night, acquitted himself rather well, don't you think?
Brian Griese played terrific. If everybody else in the Broncos would have played as well as Brian Griese, they would have won that game against the Miami Dolphins. Under pressure, threw the ball accurately, completed passes down the field. a really terrific first outing for a young quarterback. But today, crowd noise in Kansas City will be his biggest problem. And, of course, a little blitzing by the Kansas City defense will cause some problems,
that
too.
Kansas City defense also has to deal with last year's MVP, Terrell Davis. 2,008 yards last year. Started out last Monday night against Miami with just 61 yards and 19 carries.
Well, everybody wants to know, what's wrong with Terrell Davis? Nothing. Miami's defense was just terrific, but he's had good success against Kansas City. Denver needs a good running game today to take the pressure off of Brian Griese, the crowd noise. If you leave it up to the quarterback here in Kansas City, mistakes will happen.
Well, nobody wants to start the season 0-2. Both these teams started last week with a loss. Somebody's going to be 0-2 at day's end. Jim?
Greg and Phil, look forward to your call. And the Chiefs were flat last week, but this is a team a year ago people were talking about could be a Super Bowl team. Now there's no one talking about it.
Chiefs been flat for a long time. I mean, the Chiefs, a football team, trying to find a little spike in their life. I think in this game here, there's going to be a lot of emotions out there. They've got to establish the running game, stick with the running game. Hope Elvis Gerback doesn't make mistakes, because Denver's defense is going to show up today with a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, you're right on the right track. Kansas City's key for today is their defense. Gunther Cunningham has had good success at Arrowhead against first-time starting quarterbacks. He's 0-7 since he's been in Kansas City against the first time a quarterback's seen that place.
And the reason for that is the crowd noise. You cannot get a better crowd in the National Football League than the Kansas City crowd. That'll help that defense, and they'll cause some problems for this young quarterback.
All right, so that's Denver and Kansas City coming up to most of the country later today. And by the way, Sammy Sosa just hit number 61 against the Milwaukee Brewers. Thanks for watching the NASDAQ Halftime Report. Second half coming up next.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Stock Market.
Shocking first half in New England. The Colts lead it 28-7. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones and Brent in that first half. What a combination. Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison.
Gus, that's all you needed to know about the first half. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison. Marvin running a couple of short post routes for touchdowns. Also getting Tyler to bite. The nice pump action fake by Peyton Manning. You see him come out of the backfield, and he is beat right now. Marvin Harrison wide open for a touchdown.
But that wasn't it. Here's another one on the slant.
Quick slant route. Ty Law giving Marvin Harrison too much cushion down there near the goal line. You're going to see almost the same play right here. This is not a replay. That's his third touchdown.
3 scoring strikes. Manning to Harrison, and the statistics from the first half of play.
Gus, passing yards for the Colts, unbelievable. 209 passing yards in the first half. Time of possession, almost twice what New England has. And these Indianapolis Colts came into Foxborough, and they have quieted this crowd and shocked the New England Patriots.
Patriots get the ball to start the second half. To Bucky Jones. Running, and he gets up to the 35-yard line, a return of 18. So what does Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots offense do in the second half of play to kind of slow down that Colts defense?
Well, that's the problem. They're not going to be able to slow down that pass rush, because being 3 touchdowns down, you've got to throw the ball. The Patriots have been one-dimensional. That's what the Colts wanted to make them be today. And so these linemen and defensive backs on the zone blitz are going to be pinning their ears back and coming after Drew Bledsoe the second half.
First down from the 30. Bledsoe batted down again. That's about the 4th ball that's been batted down today.
And Vic Fangio's done a great job of these Colts defensive line. It's all about timing. Chad Bratsky getting in, Ellis Johnson as well.
Today's second half replays are being brought to you by McDonald's.
4 times is not happenstance, Gus. They is being coached by the defensive coaches, and it's all about timing. And it's something that during the course of the season you don't really focus. Hey, you guys got to knock down passes because you're rushing, you're tired. But all of a sudden, doing a little thing like that in the course of a game, that's 4 passes that could have been complete for the Patriots.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Kevin Falk racked up, lost it. And they call him down.
Now they're blowing the whistle, Gus, and I don't know if his knee was down. He got spun around. That ball came flying out. Kevin Falk living off the field now.
Already fumbled once.
Well, it does not matter, because there is no challenge once the whistle blows. We're going to get a chance to see it right here. Little stun up front, and I don't know if Sean King, I don't know if Falk's knee was down. It looked like initially it just grazed the turf before that ball came loose.
Bledsoe again, under pressure, delivers incomplete.
And we've talked about this zone blitz, but these defensive backs and linebackers for the Colts are also having some tight coverage out there, Gus. Drew Bledsoe, I'm looking around, doesn't look like there's a lot of guys coming open right now, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Patriots are going to have to find a way to get this ball downfield, and I think the opportunity is over the middle of field.
So Lee Johnson comes in the punt, standing at the 15. Remember, New England has 2 starters on the offensive line out today. Keith Irwin and Zephyrus Moss because of injuries. And Wilkins catches it, steps out of bounds, 42-yard punt. 14:05 to go, third quarter of play, and here come the Colts. 28-7, Indianapolis leads New England. 14:05 to go in the third quarter. First down and 10 for the Colts from the 29. Edgerrin James breaks it back. Gets up to the 34-yard line. Now log on to the NFL and vote in the continuing series of the best NFL photos of the century. This week, the theme is leaps. Only at www.nfl.com. And Kevin Falk on the bench, being tended to by the trainers. Looks like he may have a twisted ankle. 4 carries, 9 yards. Second down and 6. Out of the offset out. Changing the play. Edgerrin James breaks it back. How about that? Edgerrin James, that's the closest I've seen to Barry Sanders this year.
That's right. You don't see guys going one way and cutting all the way back across the field and picking up positive yards. Peyton Manning doing a great job calling the play at the line of scrimmage. He said that they were going to do a lot of runs today. Check with me at the line of scrimmage. He's actually calling his own game right now, Gus.
12-yard gain, and this young man left early as a junior, and looked at some of the things he did during his college career.
And he was so excited last week. He said, I knew what I was doing, and I wasn't surprised by anything.
And the coaches are really impressed with his ability to soak up this offense. James gets over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 1. Katzenmoyer with the tackle. So far, Edgerrin James, 22 carries, 70 yards. Scores from around the league. Chicago leading Seattle. And Detroit leading Green Bay. As Jim Nantz told you, Brett Favre always has problems in Detroit. Against the Lions, only 1 win.
How about the Raiders leading the Vikings? And Raiders went into Green Bay last week and had that game right to the very end.
Second down and 9 from the 46-yard line. Play fake. Manning to the sideline. Caught. E.G. Green. Ridden down at midfield. Chris Carter with the tackle.
Chris Carter a little late getting out to E.G. Green. Nobody's covering E.G. Green. He's saying, hey, look at, I'm wide open. I used to do this all the time in San Francisco.
Well, you weren't open.
Jay, you're right. Just throw your hands up. The quarterback will throw it to you anyway. Chris Carter coming over making a big tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, there's nobody there.
Another big game for Green. 5 catches, 61 yards. Third down and 5. They need to get to the 45 for first.
Peyton Manning telling Edgerrin James who to block, calling out the pass protection or where to run.
Manning under pressure, incomplete. Willie McGinnis bearing down on Peyton Manning. And Manning has not been sacked the entire year. That includes the preseason, and he was close to going down on that play.
And here's a name we haven't called all day. Willie McGinnis was a man on a mission last week versus the Jets, and today he's a man that's missing. Tarek Glenn doing a heck of a job.
And the amazing thing about Willie, he has 8 sacks in 8 career games against the Colts.
How'd you like to be Tarek Glenn? You got Bruce Smith last week, Willie McGinnis this week.
Patriots almost get to that one. Fair catch signal at the 14-yard line. A 37-yard punt. 11:15 to go, third quarter. 28-7 Colts.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Honda, and by Budweiser, delivered fresh daily from our local brewery near you.
Some of the great architecture here in Foxborough. At the stadium, though, 28-7, Indianapolis, New England taking over at their own 14-yard line. Bledsoe to the sideline, and he throws a missile caught by Terry Glenn and out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Steve Muhammad giving a little cushion, and Terry Glenn catches the ball, gives a little shake and bake, gets upfield. I think if I was Steve Muhammad, I'd keep giving him that cushion.
What a toss, 15-yard gain. The story on Kevin Falk, he has a sprained right ankle and his return is questionable. So Terry Allen will get in there. There's the starting tailback last season, first-round pick out of Georgia, Robert Edwards, who blew out his knee playing a charity beach football game. Bledsoe down the sidelines, Ben Coates incomplete. No flag.
Boy, just one more step.
Cornelius Bennett covering.
Cornelius Bennett covering Ben Coates. I'm saying, who is that linebacker sticking with Ben Coates all the way down the field? Cornelius Bennett can run, and when we played him with the 49ers a couple years ago, he'd go out on the slot.
It looked like interference on the replay.
Hey, you know, he's got some savvy. He's been around for a lot of years, Gus. When we played him, he used to go out on the slot and cover Jerry Rice downfield.
Wow.
40 yards downfield. The guy can run.
Originally drafted by Indianapolis in '87, but traded to Buffalo. Second down and long. To the 30-yard line. Not a lot of room for Warren.
And there is not a team, Gus, that has had more problems with injuries the last couple of years than the New England Patriots. Here's a guy, Robert Edwards, 1,115 yards last year, and what a tough way to go. Beach football, and no matter what you say, you're not going to try hard. Guys, intensity gets going, and he blows out 3 of his 4 ligaments in his knee, and I can't even look at it.
I hate looking at that, too.
Gus also a little nerve damage, and he's rehabbing that knee as intensely as possible. We won't know till November, December if that nerve comes back.
Bledsoe, incomplete. Patriots 3 of 8 on third down conversions. They come up empty once again.
The Patriots talked about needing to run the ball today. They felt that they could get some plays versus that zone blitz. There's natural seams created. Maybe Terry Allen, Kevin Falk break one here or there. The linemen dropping deep in pass coverage. And it has not happened, Gus, at all. It takes away your play action game. It makes the Patriots one-dimensional. And when you're running a zone blitz scheme for the defensive side of the ball, that's exactly what you want, because then it's tee-off time on the quarterback.
Lee Johnson, his 5th punt, averaging 49.5. Terrence Wilkins stands at the 22. Another good punt by Lee Johnson, wobbling. Wilkins to the 16. Terrence Wilkins up to the 30. 51-yard punt, 13-yard return.
Got a late flag.
44 on the tackle. Flags are down.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness at the return on the kicking team. Number 30, 15 yards. First down.
You know, that's the kind of things that happen, Gus. Frustration lead to stupid penalties. Tony Carter.
The AFC East standings, Indianapolis, New England, both 1-0. That will change. Miami playing Arizona. Jets and Buffalo play each other tomorrow.
You would have thought the Colts would come out and take Buffalo and New England on the road to be 2-0 in the toughest division of football.
Play action fake for Manning, sets up, incomplete. Intended for E.G. Green. Today, the MetLife Blimp Snoopy 1 is navigating the skies above Foxborough Stadium to provide aerial coverage of this afternoon's action. The Blimp is powered by twin 68 horsepower engines, enabling it to reach a maximum speed of 55 miles per hour and an altitude of 7,000 feet. Look to the skies for the MetLife Blimp at future sporting events. Second down, 10 from the 45-yard line. Edgerrin James cuts it back, breaking tackles, stumbles ahead over the 45 to the 47-yard line, picked up 2 the hard way.
You know, Gus, yesterday when we were talking to Peyton Manning, he made a great point. He talked about the great protection that his offensive line has been giving him, but he also credits the factor that he hasn't been sacked to his wide receivers. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, when they get held up and they've got a 20-yard route, they're going to cut it off. They have an internal clock in their head, and they know about how much time I have to throw the ball. They'll cut it down 3 or 4 yards, and the ball's still on the money. Route's just a little shorter.
3rd and 8 from the 47. Colts need to get to the New England 45 for first. Harrison in motion. Here come the Patriots underneath. And it's caught. Harrison, but not enough. Ty Law right on him that time. And the Colts have to punt it away.
Hey, how about the blimp shot, Gus? You've been talking about the blimp all day. Let's see the blimp shot. You're going to see Patriots put a lot of pressure on Manning. Just check down. Sometimes a 5-yard pass, even though it doesn't get the first down, on a blitz is a victory. As long as you don't have a fumble or an interception, you take that blitz. You're up by 3 touchdowns. It's not a bad deal. How about that blimp shot's pretty nice.
Not bad. High snap controlled by Hunter Smith. Troy Brown, fair catch at the 18-yard line. 8:12 to go, third quarter of play, 28-7, Indianapolis.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by IBM. Are you ready for e-business? And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Is it in you?
Players finding a way to keep cool, Brent, on the sidelines.
It's always easy to stay cool when you're ahead by 3 touchdowns.
To the sideline, ball is caught. Terry Glenn managed to get both feet in bounds. A gain of 11 yards, and that's the second time that Bledsoe has hit Glenn on that out route toward the sideline.
You know, and as a defense, you'll give that up right now, having this big lead. And Steve Muhammad's done a great job filling in today for Tyrone Poole. Rookie on the corner, hot spot. You don't want to come in and have your first game be against Terry Glenn, and we haven't called Terry Glenn's name a whole lot today, Gus.
Glenn has 4 catches, 67 yards. First down from the 30-yard line, Glenn the motion man. Bledsoe dumps it off to his fullback. Still running. Tony Carter, 15-yard gain.
Tony Carter giving a little shake. Usually fullbacks are running straight ahead with their head down.
And watch the block here.
Terry Glenn coming in on the left. Those are the kind of shots that you love as a wide receiver. Defensive back, Belzer didn't see him coming at all.
Carter has 3 catches for 24 yards. First down from the 45 for New England. Short drop underneath. Caught. Terry Glenn breaks toward the sideline. Flag on the play. Face mask coming up against Jeff Burris. So this guy does everything. He catches, he blocks. He knows how to draw penalties. Terry Glenn. And when they have him in the lineup, they're usually a much better team.
And you're going to see they're going to give the Colts are going to give him the short route. And Jeff Burris, great veteran, come over a couple years ago from the Buffalo Bills. He's got his shoulder pad right there. Then his hand just sneaks up to his face mask. I don't think it was an intentional one. 5 yards.
Glenn 5 catches now, 78 yards. First down. Draw play. Terry Allen bounces it outside. Still running, and the veteran gets it close to the 30. Terry Allen in his 10th year. But a couple of big catches on this drive by that man, Terry Glenn. And when he's in the lineup, Brent, they're a much better team.
Well, Gus, look at this, 24-11 with Terry Glenn in. 7-7 without. Probably the biggest thing, though, Gus, if you look at all these seasons right here, Terry Glenn has yet to play 16 games in his 3-year career. They need him healthy for all 16 this year.
Played only 10 in '98. Bledsoe sets up, underneath, throws up, Bullock. And Jefferson with the reception gets inside the Indianapolis 20, a gain of 11. Now he's starting to kind of flip it in there, Brent.
And Gus, he's having a lot more time. It seems like the Indianapolis Colts have called off the dogs a little bit. Red dogs, blitz. And I haven't seen a whole lot of guys coming from the corners, safeties. They're kind of giving Drew Bledsoe a little extra amount of time, and his receivers can get open versus these Colts defensive backs. It's a matter of having the time to throw it to them.
First down from the 20-yard line. Bledsoe out of the backfield. Terry Allen, ball thrown kind of high. And it may have gotten caught up in the sun.
Big win, Gus, last week for this Patriots team, but if it doesn't translate into a win at home this week, it was all for naught. You know how they got it in for the Jets, and that was a huge win for these guys. And looking forward to playing the Colts at home. Could have been 2-0, and they still can be, but they've got to get something going now, and they've got to play defense against this Indianapolis Colts array of weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
Second down from the 20. Here's the pitch. Allen lowers his head, drives inside the 20-yard line, tackled by Andre Royal, the linebacker, on a flag.
Like Mike Barber, a little unsportsmanlike conduct, Gus, and that's as close as we're going to see to the option from Drew Bledsoe. Little fake, reverse pivot pitch.
Defense, number 53. Will penalize half the distance to the goal line. First down.
So the middle linebacker, Michael Barber. Watch this.
Little hand punch to the head when the guy's already down. Gus, I can't tell you how many times those things go unseen and uncalled. Ben Drive. Remember the old giving him the business? He's giving him the business right there.
Patriots, first down, goal to go from the 9-yard line. Out of the offset eye. Allen, the deep man. Bledsoe to throw. Bledsoe flushed out of the pocket. The big fella's got to hurry in the end zone. Incomplete. There's the pressure coming from the Colts.
And Jeff Burris all over Ben Coates, bringing in a corner to cover Big Ben. And this is Ben's country. This is where he makes things happen. This is how he's become the best tight end in the National Football League. If I could take any tight end, Gus, Ben Coates would be my guy. He can block, he can catch, he can run with the ball. He doesn't trash talk. He doesn't tell you how good he is.
Let's see if he can get open right here. The pitch, Terry Allen. And Allen goes out of bounds.
And Gus, I really like the way Terry Allen's hitting it. Kevin Falk's been out with an injury. Terry Allen's coming in, he's hitting those holes. You know, Kevin Falk, Pete Carroll told us, was a little more decisive during the preseason. Last week, a little indecisive. The game moves much faster when the regular season comes, and you've got to hit those holes. Those holes are not there for a long time in the National Football League.
Ernie Zampese, the offensive coordinator, long-time San Diego Chargers coordinator, also with Dallas. What do you call in this situation?
Well, his second year with the Patriots, they really felt like they had this offense on track. He's got some great plays from the old Cowboys. I think Sean Jefferson maybe run a little corner out.
Bledsoe finds Allen. Touchdown! Terry Allen. And with 4:35 to go in the third quarter of play, New England with a chance to make it a 14-point game, and they do. 10-play drive, covering 81 yards, 9-yard touchdown. Bledsoe to his tailback.
Gus, you're going to see a little flare out here to Terry Allen. You've got receivers Jefferson coming across, Ben Coates coming across. Set that line of picks. It's not illegal to pick, but they didn't call it. Touchdown, Terry Allen.
Patriots with life. Terry Allen touchdown makes it a 28-14 game. Vance trying to get back into this one. Terry. This is Pathan from the 5. Pathan drilled at the 26-yard line. Bernard Russ with the tackle. Now Monday on CBS, it's what you wanted, you waited for rather, all summer long. Don't miss the shocking season premiere of the #1 comedy on TV. Everybody Loves Raymond. A brand new season starts Monday right here on CBS, America's most watched network. Colts start from their own 27. Edgerrin James carrying defenders up over the 30 to the 32. Now let's go back to New York where Jim Nantz is standing by.
All right, Gus, you want a stunner? Check out Oakland at Minnesota. Rich Gannon into the end zone. They failed on the two-point try, but the Raiders are winning at Minnesota. Let's go back to Gus and Brent.
All right, Jim, Rich Gannon showing the legs. The former blue end.
There you go. Gets his old teammates. John Gruden's doing a great job, and like I said earlier, the Raiders should have won that game in Green Bay last week.
2nd down and 4. James again. Edgerrin James breaking tackles, picks up the first down, and he is shredding right through that Patriots defense. 11-yard gain. Tackled by Malloy.
You're going to see this Indianapolis Colts offensive line. The most experience they have is 2 years. We talk about a young offensive line. Look at that hole in there. Edgerrin James, he hits it right now. Adam Meadows, 73, getting some push. Edgerrin James banging it up in there. The New England Patriots have got to stop the Colts on this drive if they want to stay in the game.
James once again. James again breaking it over the 45, down to the 43. A gain of 13. Chris Slade tracks him down from behind. And they talked about the power running game. He's running the ball between the tackles.
Exactly, and Gus, they're going right at Andy Katzenmoyer, the rookie for the New England Patriots right now. Wasn't very instinctive last week. He's thinking too much. They're getting guys up and on him, offensive linemen. And Katzenmoyer, as a rookie in the middle linebacker spot, that's asking an awful lot.
And they're not trying to fool anybody. 17 carries straight ahead. He's got 101 yards. Edgerrin looking outside, and the edge breaks it down at the 43-yard line, and stopped by Chris Slade. And Edgerrin James is only the 8th rookie in NFL history to have consecutive or back-to-back 100-yard games to start his career.
And Gus, no player has ever gone 3 weeks in a row. We're going to have Edgerrin James next week in San Diego. We could be part of history.
2nd down, 8 from the 42. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Pollard, the motion man. Straight ahead, James, and they drive it backwards. There to meet him first, Teddy Bruschi. And some of the great backs in history to score back-to-back 100-yard games in their debuts. Alan Amici, Earl Campbell, Billy Sims, one of my favorite runners, Marshall Faulk, and Charlie Garner.
It's a pretty good crew to be involved with. And it's
3rd down, 8.
Something, Gus, to come running right at a team when they know you're coming out and running the ball.
From the 42, they need to get to the 34 for a first down. Here comes the blitz. Over the middle and complete. Incomplete. And the Patriots defense holds.
That's exactly what they needed to do, and you just wonder why they weren't putting that type of pressure, that all-out pressure on Peyton Manning earlier in the game. And we talked about it. They were so focused on stopping the run game and stopping Edgerrin James. They let the Colts go back and Peyton Manning have all day to throw, and it was the Peyton and Marvin show.
Smith, high spiraling punt into the end zone for a touchback. 41 yards. 59 seconds to go in the third. Now next Saturday at 3 Eastern on CBS, it's Home Depot College football as Alabama meets Arkansas. And in the Big East, Mark Bulger and the West Virginia Mountaineers battle Quick Spotwood and the Syracuse Orangemen. Check your local listings beginning with Volkswagen College football today. Tim Brando, Spencer Tillman in the studio for college football today that will get you out to a couple of great games. Alabama, however, losing yesterday. Last game at Legion Field. First down and 10 from the 20. Bledsoe. Terry Glenn, flag on the play. Glenn downed at the 25. So let's see.
Illegal formation. Number 66 on the end of the line. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. First down.
That's Ed Ellis, who's playing right tackle today for Zephyrus Moss, out with a bad ankle. Now, tonight on 60 Minutes, if you think today's public schools can't educate children the way they did when you went to school, watch the premiere of another season of 60 Minutes. First and 15 from the 15. Bledsoe dancing all day. Incomplete. Intended for Troy Brown.
Bledsoe's pass intended for Troy Brown.
Troy Brown run that little option route again. Much tighter coverage this time. Cornelius Bennett right out there. And it's unbelievable that a linebacker can get out in that coverage.
Talking to Jim Moore yesterday, he talked about how you can really see in Cornelius Bennett the specialness that he has now, even as a veteran, but when he was young, he could see him being just all that, as they say, in a bag of chips.
Yeah, he said, boy, I sure wish I had him 6 years ago as well, because he could really bring it. He was the whole package.
Second down, 15. Bledsoe to throw. And Bledsoe wrapped up Bernard Whittington with the sack. And that young man there, classic example, Brent, of an overachiever.
Unbelievable, Gus. And Jim Moore talked about Bernard Whittington, how he just goes all out every play. He says he kills himself on every play, making something happen. Every play in practice, every play in the game, full effort guy. Great story, too. The Colts signed him as a favor to a coach at the University of Indiana there in Indianapolis. And
he slept in his car.
Slept in his car for 3 days before minicamp.
Big play there. Here's Bledsoe. Ben Coates. That's Coates down at the 15. So the Patriots will be forced to punt. And that's the end of the third quarter of play with the score. 28-14 Indianapolis. We'll return to Foxborough Stadium right after this message and a word from your local station. (28-14), Patriots forced to punt it away. Lee Johnson standing at his own 1-yard line. Wobbly kick, end over end. Wilkins from the 39. Wilkins. Nice running. Gets to the New England 45. 46-yard punt, 16-yard return. Start of the fourth quarter of play. Colts with great field position. Scoring by quarters, Patriots held the Colts out of the end zone in the third. But can they do it here? First down from the 45, Edgerrin James. And James picks up a couple. And the great thing about a guy like Edgerrin James is he always makes that first guy miss.
He really does. He does a great job. Got a little shake and bake to him, and then he's hitting the hole hard. He doesn't stand around and dance forever, and that's so important, especially late in the fourth quarter. You're going to be running right at the Patriots, and they know it's coming, and you're still getting up in there.
2nd down and 8 from the 43, out of the offset eye. Manning, quick toss. Pollard dropped it. Whoa, what a hit. Let's see. Big play here, and the Patriots get it back. What a hit. Recovered by Brewski. But I believe it may have been Law on that left side. Coming up with a hit. Ty Law delivered a lick.
And you don't see cornerbacks tackle like that. That's what makes Ty Law one of the top DBs in the league. And he is bringing the heat right here on big tight end Marcus Pollard. Boom, putting his helmet right on the ball. You can hear the hit up here in the booth. Teddy Bruschi scrambling for that ball.
2nd turnover. Pete Carroll fired up on the New England sideline. Ty Law making up for giving up a couple of touchdowns earlier. 1st down from their own 43. Play action. Bledsoe. Running. Incomplete. Being chased by Michael Barber.
Jeff Burris was all over Terry Glenn. Terry Glenn running one of his famous comeback routes, and Jeff Burris was on him like glue. Drew Bledsoe had to break the pocket looking for Terry Glenn. There was nowhere to throw the ball.
Scores from around the league. Detroit still leading Green Bay in the 4th quarter. Miami on top of Arizona. Important for the fans watching this game. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Drew Bledsoe over the middle. Caught. Ben Coates. 1st down. He wouldn't motion and somehow ended up wide open.
Well, I don't know how Ben Coates can end up wide open. A little zone defense here by the Colts. Ben's great coming across in motion and finding those holes in the zone. You're going to see him just sneak behind the linebackers. When you find a hole in the zone, sit down, wait for that quarterback to see you, then get up the field.
Gain 14. Ben Coates going to the Pro Bowl from 94 to 98. 1st down. They hand it off Terry Allen. Forging his way ahead. Picks up positive yardage. 5, maybe 6 on the play. Royal with the tackle.
Gus, great story about Ben Coates. I was playing here in 1992. After the game, shook hands with Marv Cook, then the all-pro tight end from the New England Patriots. He had a down look on his face. I said, "Hey, Marv, what's the problem?" He said, "I got a guy behind me that's going to run me out of here next year." I said, "You are hallucinating. You have got to be kidding me." I said, "What's the guy's name?" He said, "Ben Coates." I said, "I've never even heard of the guy."
Out of Livingstone.
Hey, Marv, you were right, baby.
Colts in motion again. Bledsoe flips it out. Tony Carter, nice catch. Tackled by Mark Thomas. Ben Coates, one of the best tight ends of the 90s. Shannon Sharp. But the first 3 of the 4 guys would block.
How
but
about
number
this
3,
guy?
that guy, as Bill Parcells called you, a satellite tight end.
Hey, satellite tight end.
They just send you out on the corner and you kind of operate on your own.
Hey, for any of the coaches that are out there that are way under the salary cap and can average more than 40 yards a game, I think that leaves 30 teams. You guys got my number.
3rd down and 4. Lamont Warren turns it up. Gets the 1st down. Tito with the hit. 7-yard gain.
And I think the Patriots caught the Colts off guard. 3rd and 4. You're expecting pass all the way. Little toss here to Lamont Warren, 3rd down specialist. Takes it wide, sees the hole, hits it right now, gets up, and that's a lot of yards they have to get on 3rd down. Lamont Warren pounding it up in there. Big 1st down.
So the former Colts picking up the 1st down. Released by Indianapolis. 1st down.
Maybe
from
that's
the 31-yard line.
That might be why he's pounding it up there just a little hard.
Exactly. Drop one. Terry Allen. Mike Peterson, Michael Barber in on the play, a gain of 4.
Patriots changing it up a little bit, going back to the run. They've got time now because of the turnover, and that 11 minutes left in the game, Gus. Only down by 2 touchdowns. And this crowd has sure swung the other way. It was awful quiet here for a while. That's exactly what Peyton Manning talked to us early about, taking the crowd out of the game. That turnover, back in it.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 from the 27. 2 receivers at the near side. Bledsoe, quick release. Caught. Terry Glenn! Terry Glenn! Terry Glenn! Talking about candy in your feet.
Dang, that was some serious candy right there. You've got to play off Terry Glenn in this situation because you don't want him to beat you up top. Comes off, runs a 10-yard square out, ball's on the money. Watch him give. See right there? I haven't seen that since John Taylor and the 49ers. We used to call it the limp leg. The guy goes to tackle you, Gus. You let your leg go limp like a piece of spaghetti. There's nothing to grab onto.
1st down and goal from the 3. Play fake. Bledsoe. Colts. Touchdown. And the Pats are back in this one. 3-yard score.
Well, I told Ben Coates he better get in the end zone today because I'm on a fantasy football team for charity, and that's my tight end. Just to balance it up, Edgerrin James is my running back. I'm looking pretty sweet today.
Well, we'll see. Adam Vinatieri in to attempt the extra point. Drew Bledsoe. The Patriots offense finding their rhythm. High snap, handle, extra point up, and good. Great job by Lee Johnson to get that ball down. And Ben Coates.
You're going to see Ben Coates right here in tight end. Going to sneak across the formation. Little play action. Gets the linebacker set up. Linebacker gets his hand on him. Forgets to follow him across the field. He always makes that catch.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ameritrade, the way to trade, period. NorthernLight.com, just what you've been looking for. And by Castrol GTX, drive hard.
We've got a ball game, 28-21. 9:43 to go in the 4th quarter of play. Gus Johnson, Brent Jones with you. Adam Vinatieri kicking it away. Wilkins from the 5. Oh! Great special teams hit. Number 41, Tony George.
Talk about special teams maniacs. Tony George flying down the field, catapults himself into Wilkins, and he is pumped. He flies down on the kickoff, spreads his arms, and flies off the field after the hit.
Tony George, 2nd year out of the University of Florida, making a rookie. And it's getting loud in here right now.
You see all the linemen, all the backs telling each other to play. You can't hear it on the field.
Play action. Caught on the sideline. Scott Green, the seldom used starting fullback. Tackled by Brewski, and a comparison between the 2 quarterbacks. The first half belonged to Peyton Manning. The second half has belonged to Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe coming back. The yardage is the same, but boy, the ball is really moving right on target in the second half. Peyton Manning only 14 yards, and they haven't thrown the ball as much. But New England's done a better job of staying tighter on the Colts wide receivers.
Edgerrin James to the 25, make it to 26.
And Gus, that's the mark of a good team when things aren't going right for you. New England Patriots, a lot of penalties today, a couple new starters on the offensive line, dealing with the zone blitz. Things aren't going good. You get down big early. Do you throw in the towel? No, we're coming back. Also a great mark, a good team. Get points off of turnovers. Taking those 2 Colts turnovers, turn them into touchdowns.
Third down and 3 from the 26. Big defensive play here for the Patriots. Manning, incomplete. No flags on the play. Ty Law.
A lot of pressure. And Ken Dilger, Gus, was running down the middle of the field with a 2-yard step. Peyton Manning just didn't see him. You see Ty Law, he wants to play bump and run. He wants to dictate the route. Very physical. He's got that 5-yard chuck zone where he can get his hands on the wide receiver. That's his game, not playing off coverage. His game is bump and run right now.
Ty Law with the big defensive play brings in Hunter Smith, the punt. For the Colts, high snap, wobbly kick. Brown goes down at the 35. Jeff Brady in on the special teams tackle. 42-yard punt, 1-yard return. And a flag on the play.
Gus, flag on the play, and they're indicating against the Patriots. We're going to have to see if it's before or after the kick.
During the kick, holding, number 44, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So we will go to commercial while they march it off. 8:02 to go in the 4th quarter of play. Patriots on offense after this. 28-21, Marvin Harrison limited in the second half. First half he had 100 receiving yards. The second half, 5. Patriots sitting on him here in the second half of play. First down from the 22 for New England. Bledsoe to throw. Quick strike. Terry Glenn turns it up. Puts on the afterburners. Gets out of bounds at the 41. Jason Belzer there to knock him out of bounds. A gain of 17.
Gus, Indianapolis secondary looks a little tired. Jeff Burris coming up on Terry Glenn. Runs a little hook route, catches the ball, gives a little out in the flat. Little fake outside, turns it back up inside, just flicks guys off of him. When he gets that juice going, he is tough to bring down.
Terry Glenn, first half 40 receiving yards, 82 in the second half of play. That's why they want to keep this guy healthy. Meanwhile, a down player, Steve Muhammad, backup defensive back. We'll be back after this.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Blue from American Express, a whole new kind of credit card, and by Pizza Hut.
First down for New England from their own 41. The toss, Terry Allen breaks it back and snakes down, gains a yard. Cornelius Bennett with the tackle. And the secondary for the Colts starting to really get banged up. They came into this game without their starting right corner, Tyrone Poole, who has a severe thigh bruise. There's Tyrone, played at Fort Valley State. And also Tony Blevins, who replaced him, is on the sidelines. We don't know what his injury is. And Muhammad going down. Over the middle, caught this time. It's Tony Simmons going up high to pick up 8. Monty Montgomery in on the stop. And Oakland still leading Minnesota on the road. And Holmgren Seahawks coming back, leading Chicago. Jacksonville and Carolina locked up with a good battle. Third down and 2 from the 49. Terry Allen to the hard way, and he gets it. First down.
That's something, Gus, that we didn't see in the first half. Third down. Patriots run the ball again. They ran it last series with Terry Allen. They're running it this series. Banging it up in there. Third and 2. That's some confidence in your running game.
Needed 2, got 3. Allen with 37 yards rushing. Kevin Falk out with the sprained right ankle. First down from the Colts 48. Bledsoe flings it out to Terry Allen. Allen chopped down at midfield by Andre Royal, the outside linebacker.
Tackle made by Andre Royal.
Now Thursday on CBS, wait till you see what the creator of Ally McBeal and The Practice has done to Chicago Hope. Don't miss the season premiere on a brand new night, Thursday on CBS, America's most watched network.
Just nice open field tackle this last play by Andre Royal. As a running back, Terry Allen coming out of the backfield, that's what you want. One-on-one with the linebacker, you got to get a little shake. Just went straight ahead, and Royal made the play.
2nd down and 10. Bledsoe in the seam, caught by Brown. 1st down, New England. Troy Brown found a soft spot and picks up 15.
Troy Brown has some savvy. You see Drew Bledsoe out of the shotgun, getting some pressure up inside. Great job finding the hot receiver. Troy Brown knows that he's getting pressure and he looks hot. Drew Bledsoe stepping up and making that throw.
So Brown with a big reception. 28-21. Patriots with the ball at the 34. Bledsoe almost intercepted. Intended for Rutledge, and the ball almost skipped into Andre Royal's hands. Whoa.
Those ricochets we used to call them, you never know what could happen. Number 90, Mark Thomas for the Colts. Last couple of plays been getting some pressure on Drew Bledsoe, and he is a natural pass rusher. Little lighter guy, not great against the run, but just got a real knack for rushing the passer.
2nd down, 10 from the 34. Here's the pitch. Terry Allen breaks it back. Allen at the 20, down inside the 15. Bennett with the tackle, but look at the old guy carry the ball. A gain of 18.
Terry Allen doing a great job here, Gus, with the pitch. You see him look wide. He's got some time. Patriots defense playing hard outside. He cuts it back underneath, hits the hole, gets up there. Cornelius Bennett saves a touchdown. Now, usually when you tackle a guy 15, 18 yards downfield, it's not a great play. Right there, huge play.
Max Lane with a great block on that play. 1st down from the 13. Lamont Warren this time. Stumbles ahead and gets to the 10.
As we had talked earlier about the Patriots being one-dimensional and how much that hurt them, and just taking advantage of that turnover, getting back into the game, and allows them to get their running game going again, and they've got it going right now. Now's the time you can use that play action. Colts may be looking for you to run the ball, have some play action, hit Terry Glenn, hit Ben Coates, hit Sean Jefferson.
2nd and 7. Jefferson in motion. Bledsoe stumbles in the end zone. Touchdown! Big Ben! With a chance to tie this one up. It's good.
Gus, when you're in the red zone, you better have 2 guys on Big Ben Coates. This is a mismatch. Jeff Burris, the corner, who's a great cover guy, just not big enough to handle the big man. Drew Bledsoe, time to step up and throw. Ben just turning around, making the catch outside. What Drew rather throw that inside. Nice little adjustment by Big Ben. And I'm telling you, that is a huge mismatch. Let's look at Drew Bledsoe's reaction.
Bledsoe, 26 of 44, 292 yards, 4 touchdowns, and that is his favorite target right there, number 87. A look at the drive, 10 plays, 78 yards, they ate up 5 minutes. So with 3:03 to go in the 4th quarter of play, the Patriots have climbed the mountain, and they've tied it up at 28.
You know, Gus, we haven't seen that zone blitz be as effective here in the second half. Patriots at halftime had to make some adjustments. Got a couple new starters there on the offensive line. All of a sudden, the guys have a feel for it. Keep those guys out of there. Give Drew Bledsoe time to step into his throws. That is the difference here in the second half.
Wilkins from the 5-yard line. Finds a seam. Flags on the play. Ridden out of bounds at midfield by Warren, but a flag.
There is a flag down on the field.
A 44-yard return.
During the return, number 55, 10-yard penalty, first down.
They got to back them up. Don't forget tonight on 60 Minutes, if you think today's public schools can't educate children the way they did when you went to school, watch 60 Minutes tonight. Then Amy Brenneman and Tyne Daly star in the series premiere of Judging Amy, followed by Sealed with a Kiss, the CBS Sunday movie. 2:52 to go, fourth quarter. Young Peyton Manning and the Colts offense 80 yards in front of him. Manning, incomplete, flags on the play.
Boy, Gus, what a momentum breaker, though, that holding on the kickoff was. Colts had the ball out almost to the 50-yard line. You have to start back at the 20.
$12 men on the field. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
And that's a mistake that you just can't have, especially in the fourth quarter, especially at home.
13 penalties, 115 yards for the Patriots. First down and 5 now. Edgerrin James stumbles, gets outside, lowers his head, ushered out of bounds at the 31 by Chris Carter. A gain of 6.
Edgerrin James, big hole outside, and that was all about tight end number 85, Ken Dilger, sealing that corner, giving him that open space, seal that linebacker, that defensive end. And there was nobody out there. Edgerrin James went 5 or 6 yards before he even had contact.
Now look at the timeouts. Each team with 3. From the 31. First and 10. Manning. Knocked down. And the Patriots giving the Colts some of their own medicine. Brandon Mitchell.
Gus, the best thing you can do, if you're not going to get to the quarterback and get in his face, you're getting double teamed. Get your hands up. We've seen a lot of balls knocked down today. Finally, the Patriots defensive line make a big play versus Peyton Manning and the Colts.
Second down 10 from the 31. 3-receiver package. Dilger in motion. Draw play. Edgerrin James spins. Fumble! Lost it! New England ball! Mitchell with the recovery. Oh! And that's a backbreaker.
And Gus, how can you fault a young guy making a great second effort? Edgerrin James getting up into the line. First contact, spin move, bounces out of the tackle. We're going to see it right here. Boom! Keeping his legs driving. Second effort. Hand right on the ball. Just fumbles it away. And that's a gut-wrenching feeling, being on the ground, seeing the ball in front of you, and you can't reach it.
Looked like Bucky Jones jarred it out of Edgerrin James' hands. Patriots take over at the Colts 37. Here comes a blitz. Prop on the sidelines. Rutledge, the backup tight end.
Nice blitz read by Drew Bledsoe, and somebody out there better block number 90 from the Colts, Mark Thomas. He has been in the backfield last 3 or 4 pass plays.
Second down and 3, 28 apiece. Colts led at one time 28-7, but Drew Bledsoe and company staging a furious comeback in the second half of play. The pitch, Terry Allen follows his blockers and lowers his head, submarines to the 30. And that may take us to the 2-minute warning. And so far, the Patriots today, 6 of 12 on third down conversion. And they're going to wait for that 2-minute warning. Talk about it. And come up with something nice. 2 minutes to go. We're tied at 28. 28-28, 2 minutes to go. The Colts got off the blocks first, scoring 3 touchdowns. Manning to Harrison, followed by a touchdown. Manning to Harrison again. But it's been all New England in the fourth. Bledsoe back to throw. Lets it fly. Incomplete. Intended for Tony Carter, the fullback.
Because we might have holding there in the Colts defensive secondary. Big play. Sean Jefferson saying he's held. Drew Bledsoe was looking for him. He couldn't get away.
First down.
The Colts got off to a 28-7 lead, but the Patriots came back in the second half. Bledsoe to Allen, Bledsoe to Colts, Bledsoe to Colts.
Big third down play, Gus. And the Patriots had run the ball the last 2 crucial third down plays. That time went for the pass. Jeff Burris holding Sean Jefferson. Big first down.
From the 25. Terry Allen. Allen down to the 11. Smash mouth football. Gain of 13.
And how about the veteran Terry Allen? Does that look like deja vu all over again from last week? Big touchdown run versus the Jets. Up inside, just getting some big running room. Running over Belzer, the safety.
And Indianapolis calls timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for the Colts, 3 for New England. The Colts are stunned on the sidelines. That's because they led at one time 28-7. But in the second half, Ernie Zampese, the offensive coordinator for New England, made some tremendous adjustments. And look at what they've done in the second half. The zone defense or the zone blitz, no effect on New England.
Look at this, Gus. 265 yards in the first half for the Colts, 79 in the second half. And how about the Patriots coming back? And Ernie Zampese, second year of this offense, came over from the Dallas Cowboys, and he said things usually start clicking the second year. And not only the second year for the Patriots today, how about the second half?
Drew Bledsoe hit Ben Coates twice in the fourth quarter.
Drew told
the game at 28.
Drew told us in the red zone, there's no defensive back from the Colts that can stay with Ben Coates.
From the 11. And Bledsoe wants a timeout. And don't forget, folks, this is only the first game of a doubleheader. Coming up next, we've got another game. Denver at Kansas City or Cleveland at Tennessee.
We've got the battle of former Michigan quarterbacks, Denver and Kansas City. Brian Griese, Elvis Grbac. And I thought Brian Griese did a great job last week. Where was that Denver defense?
Typical 49er response. Busted on the West Coast passers out there in Denver.
That's right. I'm waiting for Elvis Grbac to break out. It's about time.
Well, the second half, it's been the Bledsoe to Coates story. Ben Coates with 4 catches, 33 yards. Bledsoe, 17 of 26 in the second half, 178, 3 scores. Terry Allen gets inside the 10-yard line with 1:37 to go. .137 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Pete Carroll feels a little bit better after his team's poor start. They were down 28-7 at one time, but they've rallied in the second half of play. Different story on the other sideline for Jim Mora. They look so polished, Brent, so confident in that first half of play, but they've gone south here in the second half.
Two opposite halves, Gus, and it has really been an aggressive New England defense that's kept him in the game here this second half. We had a big play just a few plays ago, 3rd and 3. Big holding call on Jeff Burris, the Indianapolis Colts holding Sean Jefferson. That allowed the New England Patriots to have a first down. The Colts have had to burn 2 timeouts. The Patriots can just run time off the clock.
Terry Allen again, stacked up, taken down. The story, turnovers. Colts have turned it over 3 times. A Manning interception in the first half of play and 2 fumbles in the second half. And the Colts use another timeout. Peyton Manning just waiting to get back onto the field for another opportunity. And they are out of timeouts. Adam Vinatieri, 5 game-winning field goals in his career, including last week against the Jets with 3 seconds to go.
And I think that the Patriots here, Gus, are just going to come in, run the ball, let the clock tick down to 1 or 2 seconds, inside 40 or 50 seconds, and go with the field goal, make the Colts drive the length of the field to win it, or get into field goal range to try to tie it.
Terry Allen, the deep back, play action, Bledsoe rolling, Bledsoe, and Bledsoe down at the 4. He did not get the first down. Clock keeps running. The Colts out of timeouts. 5-yard gain for Drew.
Now you talk about a surprising play. Drew Bledsoe on the naked bootleg. Great job by the Colts, just keeping him from getting in the end zone. Cornelius Bennett, Chad Bransky staying with them because nobody in this stadium thinks Drew Bledsoe is running with the ball at this point. And he's got a little shake and bake for a big man. Fakes out Cornelius Bennett.
No shake and bake.
Almost got that first down. That would have been game over, Gus, right there. Big tackle to keep the big man from getting the first down. The Patriots let the clock run.
Delay. Offense. 5 yards. Still 4th down.
They'll give Vinatieri a little bit more room to operate. Ball is sitting at the 8.5-yard line. Lee Johnson, the holder.
Obviously, the Patriots let the clock run down, took the penalty. Maybe if you're the Colts, you decline that. There's a reason Vinatieri wanted to move the ball back a little bit.
26-yard attempt. First field goal attempt of the day. It's up and good.
From this angle if it goes through the uprights or not, but every single person in the stands puts up the good sign. And Pete Carroll's giving it right there. And I think here from the end zone view, we're going to see it easily through 1 or 2 yards. It's putting the pressure on the old coach.
So what do the Colts have to do right now, Brent?
Because they got to get some plays, sideline plays to get out of bounds, save some clock time, get into field goal range.
Now last week against the Jets, in a similar situation, New England kicked the ball out of bounds when they tried to squib it. And that resulted in the Jets getting the ball at the 40-yard line.
You know, I don't really believe in the squib kick. Hey, kick it deep. That's why you have a kickoff team. Make your guys make the tackle. You don't want to give the receiving team an extra 25, 30 yards. Kick it deep. That's what these guys get paid for. Run down, make tackles.
Commentator kicks it deep. Wilkins from the 6. Wilkins with the lane. Oh, and he's driven down. Troy Brown, what a hit. Man, talking about spinning your cap. Wow.
Wide receivers are not supposed to hit like that. You can hear that all the way up in the booth. Number 80 on number 80. Boom, driving right through the return man.
And look at Brent, Bledsoe rather. Brent, he loved it. Now where do the Colts have to go, Brent, to get in field goal range?
They're going to have to get down to between the 30, 35-yard line to give Vanderjagt a chance to kick that ball.
No timeouts. Knocked away. Steve Israel. Intended for Patriots.
That crucial third down holding play against the Colts, Gus, took all their timeouts away, gave New England the first down. Be nice to have those timeouts right now. So they're going to have to run some sideline routes. If you get the ball over the middle, you're going to have to hustle up that offensive line and spike the ball to kill the clock.
Second down and 10. 25 seconds to go. Pollard in motion. The sideline is your friend. Stops the clock. Manning down the seam, incomplete. Israel again sitting right on the play.
Gus, we might have had a late hit on Peyton Manning. It's either that or a big hold through the flag right at the quarterback.
And it is against New England with 21 seconds to go.
Huge play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 95, 15-yard penalty, first down.
The veteran, Henry Thomas.
Of all the guys on the defense, Henry Thomas knows better. The ball's away. He's got to avoid Peyton Manning. 15 yards down the field. Very, very critical penalty against the New England Patriots.
So they need to go about 20, 22 yards to get in the field goal range for Vanderjagt. First down from the 43. Manning in trouble. Incomplete. Ty Law almost swiped it, and Manning goes down.
Gus, the pressure on Peyton Manning's making him throw off that back foot. The ball sails a little bit. Ty Law almost came up with that pick. They're going to have to give Peyton Manning time to step up, throw the ball downfield, get some juice on his pass.
31-28. New England.
They've got to get Gus 17, 18 yards right now.
From the 43, second and 10. Low snap. Handle. Manning lets it go, incomplete. Whoa. Even more pressure. Chris Slade got to the quarterback.
And Chris Slade coming right now, Gus, in that bad snap. You see Peyton Manning having to go down to his ankles to get it. Just makes him freeze his feet just long enough to allow Chris Slade to get to him. You got to get that snap right in the quarterback's hands. That's the trouble with the shotgun.
12 seconds to go. Third down and 10. They need a first down. They need to get to the 47.5 for a first down.
Got to run a sideline route. You're not going to have time to get the whole offensive line up to the line of scrimmage.
Bad snap. Manning just throws it down the field. Picked on. Chris Carter. And that's your ball game.
And that is all about the snap. The last two plays. Colts not used to going that shotgun formation, and they are celebrating. Pete Carroll talked about those first two games, two division games.
That says it all for Peyton Manning.
What a great job by Peyton Manning. Just be able to get the ball off the ground. He just has to throw it up. Chris Carter right there. Fair catch, and it's celebration time.
The final play of the game, and the New England Patriots rally. They score 24 unanswered points and come back to beat the Colts 31-28 to improve to 2-0. Don't forget, coming up next, Game 2 of our doubleheader. Denver at Kansas City or Cleveland at Tennessee. So for Brent Jones, this is Gus Johnson saying so long from Foxborough, where the Patriots have defeated the Colts. You've been watching CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League.